The request this morning was for French toast from my daughter, who can immediately tell how much ingredients we have, be able to make something. Yeah, she can also tell you exactly how much money you have in your pocket when you're out doing a little bit of shopping. Mom, can we get this? It's only $2, and you know you've got $2.50 in your pocket. She can do this. This is her superpower. What we have is a nice cast iron pizza stove. Well seasoned, awesome for biscuits. Holds just the right amount of biscuits for dinner plus a little leftover. Seasoning it is easy. A lot of people get freaked out over cast iron. Yes, I just rinsed this out with water. Why? Because it was dusty. Well, we own cats. So, we're going to warm the sucker up. In the meantime, we've got 3 eggs, because I'm only going to make like 10 slices. Oop. Don't need the extra calcium. And cast iron forgives you, because if you get it a little warm, just need to cool it down a little. Lower the heat. We're on about a medium flame here. It's going to take a little bit to warm up. Grab our trusty whisk. Now you can add a little cinnamon to it if you like. I don't. I do add 1 shake of salt and some vanilla. Your ancestors will tell you how much to put in. I like it sweet. Into that, we'll throw some milk. Again, depends on how much you're making. I'll leave that right there. So long as everything's the right temperature, you really can't screw it up too bad. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay. And we are just ready. Into there. And because I only have my little pizza stone, my good griddle took a pop, and not going to use that anymore. Went to the garbage. Electronics are like that. If it doesn't work right, if it sounds wrong, if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do not keep a small appliance. Not worth burning your house down for. Just not. And then we cook it till they're done. And there are some who will tell you do not use metal on your non-stick cast iron. I have no problem with it. It's well seasoned, it's tough. Yes, you can put it through a little bit of soap water if you need to. Best way to keep your cast iron in good shape, wipe it down, use it. Use it, use it, use it. That's the best way to keep it seasoned. There we go. It's got the makings. But, yeah. French toast. Kind of. It's Americanized French toast. Made with inexpensive grocery store white bread and whatever you have on hand. We're just going to make this up. And right now it is the 29th of January, 2023. Didn't think I'd ever make it this far. But I did. So you're stuck with me. And while this is doing its thing, make sure both sides are done real nice. Because my burner is only so big and the pan is so big, even though it's nice and hot, because that's what cast iron does, yeah, sometimes have to move it around a little bit to get exactly the color on it that you'd like. This one happens to be nice. Very nice. I want that one a little darker. Now, story time a bit. When we were little, Mom would always make us breakfast in the morning while we were still in grade school. And you never knew if it would be pancakes, French toast, oatmeal, scrambled eggs, poached eggs. She did an awesome job. After you're done dipping your things, always wash your hands. And Mom was really good. I don't know how she did it, but the pancakes that she would make, usually they stayed pretty thin. Hers puffed up like these just magnificent things. Always good, always tasty. Yeah, just one of those things. I've tried to duplicate. I can't. I haven't found a recipe yet that will give me quite the lift that hers used to have. And they were good. There we go. Those are a little darker. I turned up the flame a little. They're just about done. So, yeah. These things that we used to do. And Mom would always, for lunches, would set up, she would buy all kinds of fancy lunch meats. Oh, we had Thuringer, which is kind of like salami on steroids. And she would have just regular salami, and she would have cotto salami, ham, and all these other wonderful things. And my favorite to take for lunches was peanut butter. Sometimes peanut butter and fluff, peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter, sometimes peanut butter and bananas. Awesome. But for years, that is all I would take. Occasionally, when the summer was good, she would take and have little container of Tupperware, little round one. And into it, she would put slices of tomato. And then she would have in another Tupperware a couple slices of bread. And then a little mini salt shaker for tomato sandwiches, which Not everybody cares for them, but I think they're awesome. Always keep the hands clean and the hair pulled back. And yeah, I'm not wearing my ears today just because I haven't beaten my hair into submission yet. But you'll see me occasionally without them. But 9 times out of 10, I've got them on. There we go. We are at a good temperature for this. And the best part about this pizza stone, number one, if you do get a frozen pizza, cheap one, when you warm up your oven for baking your pizza off, put the pizza stone in the oven. When it's hot, put your pizza right onto it, bake it off for the 10 minutes or whatever it takes that it does, and you have something that a cheap pizza becomes a better cheap pizza without adding anything to it. It has to do with the way it bakes nice and crispy across the bottom. You can even take your pizza wheel to this, and it's going to survive, which is the best. So there we go. Let's see, other remembrances. Now, Dad, for his peanut butter sandwich, would always have peanut butter, and jelly. Always had it that way. Always made it that way for him. And again, a perennial favorite. Let's get that nice and toasty. Okay, a couple more. Oh. Just about done. We got 2 more after this. We actually still have a lot more juice left. I might make a couple more slices, but just to use it up. Yeah. But definitely things to keep in the house. Keep your nonstick pans if you care for them. Keep your regular stainless pans if you love them. Should have at least one decent cast iron pan. They come in all different sizes. Everybody says, well, what's the best size? I ask, how big is your family? What are you going to make? You're going to do some good chili. Great for browning the stuff beforehand. Try to avoid tomatoes in cast iron for too long because they will take your seasoning off and they will interact with the iron. Not really a good thing. Does give it a unique flavor. Not everybody cares for it. But nothing beats a good stew done in a Dutch oven, cast iron. I've got an enameled Dutch oven that is the right size for doing baked beans. Again, a lot of people think they're a mystery. They're not. They're very easy. They just take a while to bake, like all day. That's why it always amazes me that baked beans in the summertime, you don't want the oven on that long. No, just no. But, yeah. So this cast iron pizza stone is actually a gift from a very good friend who happens to work for a, technically he works in a dump. But somebody was throwing these out. They were in the original boxes. And yeah, someone's willing to give me a nice piece of cast iron. It's red on the outside. I'm happy. It was a gift. and it works fantastic. Now we're up to that little part, the coveted heel of the bread. Some people don't care for it. In our house, we fight over it. Now we've got our nice steaming French toasts. Good for butter, a little powdered sugar if you like, a little syrup, berries, whatever you would care. It's a nice thing about breakfast, or lunch, or supper, is you get to do what you enjoy to do. You put on French toast, you can put on pancakes, whatever flavors you like. And there we have just about ready. Right? And the best part about French toast, if you have any leftovers, you just keep them. They'll last. Well, I put them in the fridge for a couple days. They usually don't last that long. But the best part about doing pancakes like this is I'll usually do a bigger batch, keep them in a Ziploc bag, throw them in the fridge. You haven't tasted heaven until you've had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich made on pancakes. Sounds weird, tastes marvelous. I can't get enough of it. And that one's going to be mine. But that basically comes to the end of things. If I think about it, I'll show you how I clean up the cast iron. Well, actually, we're almost done. They're doing their thing. There we go. So while that's finishing, I'll get my handy dandy. I've got a little piece of an old rag. I'll wet that down. That comes off of there. That comes off of there. Now, that's not too messed up. A little bit of stuff on it. And there we go. Now, when that cools, and it will stay hot for a long time, don't touch it. Or if you want to make it so that you've got more room on your stove, throw it inside the oven. Let it cool down there. Then you just have to wipe the rest of the crumbs out of it. Give it a light wipe with a little bit of oil if you think about it. If you don't, just put it away. When you bring it out next time, wipe it down with oil and you're all set. But yeah, French toast.